Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sylving. What? I stopped a little early, before the day ended, which I don't like doing, but God's plan. We ran into I don't remember his name. The guy who runs the bakery, that's his dad, and that's Brum. And I guess these two are fighting for some reason that I don't know. He doesn't like him. He also doesn't like me. So and now Brum's here. So okay, let me see if I can remember the voices. If I don't and they're wrong, that's God's plan. What can I say? Oh, Lord Kay and Agnar. Good to see you two this evening. He gives me a curt nod before stepping outside. He's carrying 2 sacks of what I can only assume is flour over one shoulder. Here you go, Soren, same as always. Brum passes down the sacks, and the rabbit hefting them with ease, over one over each shoulder. Oh, there he goes. Damn, he ran. Quickly as he came, he's already hurrying down the street, huffing as he trudges away from the inn. Man, what a grump. I can see why Agnar wanted to avoid him so much yesterday. He's really a piece of work. Brum catches the door as it lazily swings shut. He dusts off his paws to clear them off of any remaining flour and regards us. So, what would you two like to eat? I'll see if there's a clean kettle laying around somewhere. Not this time, Brum. Lord Kay would like to dine here this evening. I'm glad to hear it. My cooking must really be something, huh? But I'm afraid all the tables are taken, and I don't know when they'll be I don't think any will be available for a while. This is the busiest time of day. There are 2 seats by the counter, but I'm sure our lord here would rather have a proper table to eat at. What's wrong about sitting there? I mean, the table would be more comfortable, but it's not like it doesn't have its own charm. I don't mind sitting at the counter. I'm honestly not that picky about where I sit. That's what I like to hear. Glad to see a lion like yourself ain't afraid to get comfortable with us simpler folk. If you insist, then we'll take our meals by the counter today. All right. Come on in and I'll lead you two to your seats. Oh my god, look how cute this is. Everyone, look at the art. Wow. Ugh, I don't like that. It's so that makes me uncomfortable. But oh my god, look. That's so cute. I guess a lot of people don't wear shirts. Look at this, though. That's cute. That's a cute little detail. He led us around the crowded seating area to the bar. Already, I'm kind of overwhelmed by all the smells, sights, and sounds inside. So many different entrees, animal kinds, partying, drinking, and laughter. Some tables are laughing, others are weeping and commiserating. Sorry, coughed. All in all, it's really loud. Oh. Hello? What happened? Oh god, it's fine. I also can't help but notice how many deer are the size of Agnar and Brum. So that's like just a regular thing in this world. Okay, maybe not all the way to Brum's size, but still, the majority may be what I'd consider normal, but giants are far from uncommon. After Brum led us to 2 vacant spots at the end of the bar, he walks behind the counter and makes his way to the kitchen. I'm sitting at the end of the row, leaving Agnar to take the seat next to me. He wasn't kidding. This place is really packed. This? It's nothing compared to how it'll be when the hunt begins. While we wait for Brum to return, I turn in my seat and take to people watching. I try to be subtle about it, not focusing on one person for too long. Men and women, short and tall, thick and thin, hairy and scaly, all under one roof. I can't even count how many there are in this crowd. They really are a bunch of party animals, all having a good time enjoying the place and its drinks. Huh, Danny, fast as fuck, golly! Looking around to take in the revelry, my eyes pick up on a set of flowing golden locks weaving through the crowd like the wind. Who is that? I turn back as I hear Brum come out of the kitchen, wearing his usual big smile. All right, my lord. What do you... He's got that voice. Oh my god, I know that accent, but I don't know how to do it. Do you know what you'd like? Or would you like to hear what we got on the menu? I didn't really think about what I'd want. I'm pretty much down for whatever he's given to me. What would you recommend? Is there like a house special? Well, you saw I got my where I got my bread from the other day. If you'd fancy, I can carve out a loaf and make you a bread bowl. Lapscus. Agnar's ears flick right up. He sits straighter and snaps his head as if he spotted the world's biggest tennis ball. You made lapscus? Oh my god, his tail! I was like, what the fuck is that sound? Golly, why is it so loud? Hold on. It's probably just the tail. Turn that. Oh my god, what is that counted as? Nope. That's counted as voice volume? Okay. It's fine. Well, that's why it was all the way up, because it's counted as voice volume. It's probably still too high. Yeah, turn that. So it's like it's a low beat rather than thumping in my ears. Agnar's tail is wagging like crazy, hitting my hips with its fluff. He really must love this dish. I did. Got a good deal for the meat at the butcher recently. Stocked up on the fixins for it since it's been a while. I know how much you like my lapscus. Sure, let's order that. All right, so that's 2 bowls? Make it 3. Of course, it'll be right out. And what you want for drinks? I'll take my usual. You got it. And you, Lord K? I'll take the cider I had last time. He reaches under the bar and places 2 tankards on the counter, and then he turns on the spot to snatch up a wide jug from the shelf. Without missing a beat, he pops off the cork with a claw and pours my cider from a great height. Bro, he's crazy with it! He's a bartender! Go crazy! Next, he puts the second tankard against the tap on a small barrel and on the low shelf. I can hear the satisfying sound of liquid fill the tankard, and he hands the beer to Agnar. Sounds like you really only eat Brum's cooking. Hey, like I said, he's the best cook I know. But more importantly, he's a great man. He opens up to everyone that wanders through that door, regardless of how bad their troubles have been. Even that grumpy old rabbit? Now that would be the day. He stifles a chuckle, taking a swig of his tankard. Bye, Ellards. Brum's tried, but there's no changing Soren or getting on his good side. Their personalities couldn't be any more different. This isn't the voice I had. Still, he's probably the only person he doesn't go out of his way to insult. I actually can't remember ever seeing Soren yell at him. Agnar spots something in the crowd, no doubt benefiting from the fact that he can see clear over most folks. He waves a paw as if to flag someone down. Gertrude, come here. I'm busy, hon. I'll be there in a jiffy. So the golden wisp swimming through the crowd is the fabled beauty of Dulcet. Her just gliding back and forth is so funny. I see a glimpse of her back as she turns. She's a lot shorter than I imagined. She has an hourglass figure, complemented by long, luxurious, wavy blonde hair that seems to float through the air. Brum described her as something of a seductress, but I'm afraid she'll have no luck with me. She's got the moves, though. I'll give her that. She flows through the crowd with such elegance you'd think she was dancing. Every turn, a pop and lock of the hips. Every twist is accompanied by a smoldering stare. As I continue to stare, hoping to get a glance at her face, Agnar leans in and whispers, "She's quite the beauty, isn't she? Must be hard to look away when you first see her." Bro, I can't even see her face. Also, what can I say? My character's gay. I don't got that interest, my guy. No thanks. Yeah, she's very pretty. You better guard your heart. She may be without a mate, but she doesn't seem interested to have one. She turns away everyone who confesses their love to her. I don't have to worry about that, but I'm sure she's nice. But my type is men. Sorry, Gertrude. Just don't go on her bad side. I've lost count with how many of the patrons she's thrown out on right out the door with her own paws. Her? Throwing people out with her size? Don't be rude. Short people can be strong. I'll get you. Are you serious? I am. She may look delicate, but she'll knock you flat if you don't treat her right. Seriously, what are these guys eating? What sort of steroids are they putting in the water? They're animals, bruh. And can I get some? Sorry. I scan the crowd and try to find Gertrude again, but she seems to have disappeared. I do, however, spot a few more looky-loos staring in my direction. What's a looky-loo? How many of these people in here do you know? I'd say less than half of them. I've lived in Dulcet a good while, but there's a lot of out-of-town folk in here today. Everyone's turning up for the hunt. And we've already received more than the previous years. And more still to come. At this rate, it's going to be... Sorry, I need to make sure my thing's been busting up all day where it stops recording, so now I'm nervous. At this rate, it's going to be standing room only in a few days. We'll need to get our dinners early before the rush. Speaking of food, I wish we had ours already. I'm starving. Be patient, goddammit. He said it'd be right out, but given how packed it is, it must be taking more time than it normally should. I don't blame the delay. A lot of this crowd is carrying weapons like Agnar. Given how noble he is, I assume the mercenary profession is more upstanding than the movies would have one believe. The weapons seem like they are more meant for self-defense than killing. Thanks to that and the way I dress, I actually feel rather safe around them. Gertrude passes by again and loading a tray of plates onto a nearby table. Gertrude, come over here already. All right, I'm coming. Call me Tail. I don't know what accent to give her. Whew, my hair will be ruined if this keeps going. How am I supposed to keep up my appearance like this? W. Gertrude! Hell yeah, girl! Oh my god! Okay, here we go. So, what do you two dolls need? She does have that accent. Good to know. Beard! You have fur all over your face. Honestly, it's really not that strange. I mean, it's weird that it's blonde, like, comparatively to the rest of her fur. That's probably the thing that I'm most confused about, but, eh. Just to gaze at your bewitching face and introduce you to my new charge. Beard! Ah, so this is that foreign line you found. This is Lord K. Sandra. I was just telling him about you, in fact. He's very keen to meet you. I am gay? Can you buzz off with that? Aren't they all? Queen. She swishes her beard with one hand, the way you normally would toss your hair. Queen. Period. That's Miss Ma'am, she said, in work, girl. I can't take my eyes off it. My brain struggles just to see past it, not knowing if it's a man wearing a dress or if a woman can get such a thick and developed beard like this. Bruh, it's just fur, probably, my guy. Stop staring at her beard, you fool, and say something. Pardon me, my lord, but are you honestly staring at my girls? As much as I do like showing them off, a fine girl like myself can't just let her twins get oogled over like that. What? No, I'm staring... Yeah, actually, that is how my character's responding. No, what I'm staring at is all that hair you call a beard. Prying my eyes up to meet hers is like trying to open a bank vault with a crowbar. They're beautiful. No, I'm sorry. It's just that you're a beautiful man. I mean, ma'am. No. Pull up. I was just so surprised. I heard stories, but I didn't think that. My eyes dart back to the beard. And by her ruling might, I pulled them back up again. That you would be even more beautiful in person. She continues to stare me down expectantly. Come on, think. What would a beauty of Dulce like to hear? A compliment about her appearance? Something? Anything. Say anything at all. Your hair looks great. It's so big and, a lot. I think whatever God exists in this world that... That I said hair, not beard. Yeah, period. She continues to stare. It's still not enough? She's gonna smush me into Catch a Frank pulp. Come on, say something else. Your dress is really nice. Looks really beautiful on you. And your mane. I wish I could grow mine out like that. It's such high maintenance with a beard. No, I was doing so good. Why did I have to say beard? I give up. My brain is fried to a crisp, and I don't know what to say anymore. I accept my fate and get ready to get thrown out the door by the bearded woman in a short second. To my relief, her expression softens. Or at least I hope so. It's hard to tell with most of her face obscured. Well, I'm fine. I'm glad someone finally noticed. I've been trying out a new oil I bought recently. It's wonderful. It gives my locks the likeliness of a cloud. Most men don't appreciate just how much work goes into my appearance. I'm glad someone with more refined taste can see it. Oh, thank God. I get to live another day. I'm sorry for my late greeting, Lord Kay. I'm Gertrude, the maiden of the Golden Hills Inn. Pleasure to meet you. Agnar, honey, you should warn a girl before meeting such a sweet talk of a noble. You know how important first impressions are. He was so quiet at first. I thought he'd only gawk at me. You always leave him speechless, Gertrude. Some of them could stand to be a little more speechless, honestly. Most of these brutes say such vulgar things at times. She fluffs up her beard, making it more bouncy and fuller. Her eyes flutter, or was that a wink? I can't tell when the other eye's covered with her long bangs. I simply adore your mane, by the way. Very avant-garde. Oh, thank you? After Soren's comment, I'm a little hesitant to accept the compliment, but I want to keep my bones in my body. I should probably just roll with it. You should find more men like him on your trips to the woods. This place needs all the class it can get. Brum appears from the kitchen, wiping his hands on a small rag he keeps tucked into his belt. Ah, you've met. I was hoping you'd get the chance to say hi, Trudy. To Trudy. Who's Trudy? Oh, Gertrude. Trudy. Got it. Sorry. He sure did. He's quite the charmer. He really knows how to treat a lady. Good thing she thinks so, because I have no idea what I was saying. Well, I'd love to stay and chat. I've got an entire inn to serve. They're not going to get their food themselves. You need to hire more help for the brunt, Brum. A gal can only do so much before her dress twists into a knot. I'll see you around, sugar. Oh, I picked the right fucking voice, bitch. I don't think I'm doing it justice, but damn. And stop calling me Trudy. She sashays around the counter towards the kitchen, swinging her hips in a fashion that draws most of the attention to the room, while Brum chuckles, rubbing his tender pelt. She'll warm up to the nickname someday, I just know it. I'm pretty sure she's gonna break her hip before then. That's a risk I'm willing to take. The two of them share a hearty laugh together, the bear giving Agnar a nudge on his shoulder. Okay, bye. He slips in and out of the kitchen, carrying 2 big plates of food. Each carries a hollowed-out loaf of bread filled with rich, decadent-smelling stew. 3 bowls of lapskus, ready for eating. I look into the hearty helping I've been given and swallow nervously. He always serves such big portions, but considering Brum's big belly, it might seem a small serving by comparison. Now, you'll better not leave a crumb after you've eaten your bread bowls. I have to get back to work in the kitchen. Enjoy. Bye. I'll see you later. He provides us each a large wooden spoon. Agnar looks like he might... Actually, wait, what? Agnar's looks like it might just be a ladle. As the water line in my bowl lowers, I break off pieces from the rim to dip with. The stale bread soaks up the soup, and I take a bite. It's a great combination overall. At one point, Agnar lifts the whole bowl into the air, drinking the stew straight from the source. Once done, he simply devours the bowl in a few bites. Bro's crazy. Finishing his bowl, he licks his lips. He must have really been hungry, consuming an entire bowl when I'm not even halfway through mine yet. The volume of the crowd rises and falls. At one point, the cheering and laughter becomes downright deafening. It's a bit much, but at the same time, it's nice to hear. Gertrude continues to be a stunning blur of customer service excellence. I don't know how she does it, but just watching her go is like a dinner and a show by itself. Despite her workload, she doesn't break a sweat. I can't take my eyes off her, even if for the wrong reasons. For better or for worse, her beard is eye-catching. Brum comes back with a second bowl of lapskus, and our tankard's refilled. Everyone's having a good time. They're all so cheerful, it's easy to get caught up in the atmosphere. The smell of food and alcohol in the air is intoxicating. I smile from ear to ear as I take it all in. I'm actually having a good time here. Someone picks up their mug, standing up with one leg on the table as they raise their drink high in the air. For the glory of the hunt! Well, that's not a moose. For the hunt! For the hunt! Agnar lifts his tankard high in a celebratory toast, joining in with everyone. I grab my tankard of cider, swinging in the air to join in the toast. For hunting! Oh my god, I can't. Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed for us. But I was way off the mark. Most of the room was taking a swig from their mugs in unison, leaving the room with the quietest it's been all evening. Their eyes all shift towards me. Oh my god, even he's side-eyeing me. It's over. Technically, for hunting is still right. Awkward silence all around. Everyone bursts out laughing, filling the whole room and drowning out the noise and thought. I sink into my chair, feeling hot all over, as I'm cringing to death at my own hubris. I can't believe I just did that. That was a good cheer. I didn't expect you to join in on it. Agnar keeps his cool and doesn't laugh like the others, but I see his wrinkled smile, telling me how badly he wants to. I cover my head with my paws, pressing my forehead against the wooden counter out of desperation to hide myself. I couldn't sink any lower in my seat if I tried. I just want to coil up and invert into nothing. Bruh effects. Brum comes out with a wash rag and wipes down the counter of all the beers and cider spilled during the toast. Glad to see you're in high spirits for the evening, Lord K. And the town seems to be warming up to you already. Are you kidding me? I missed the timing completely, and they all laughed. Don't mind them. We're all having a good time is all. And, our wolf here said it was a good cheer. I don't think it was a good cheer. I got made fun of. The big bear returns to the kitchen, and all goes on as if nothing had happened at all. Agnar pats my shoulder with his big, cheery grin on his face. I'm glad you're feeling the spirit. You fit in with us already. He raises his tankard again, but this time to me. Welcome to Dulcet, Kay. Despite my cheeks still being red, I lift my own tankard, and we clunk them together in toast. He smiles and takes a big, long, thirsty chug, emptying the whole mug in one go. We chit-chat in between, eating and drinking. The embarrassment from earlier is fading as I return to enjoying my time here. here with the big wolf. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. You thought she was a man? She has a beard! What was I supposed to think? The snort, bro, that's how I laugh. I go, Agnar's literally howling with laughter, hunching over as he tries to catch his breath. Good thing that the streets are completely empty tonight, or people would question what's going on with him. Behind the elders, Gudrun would have plucked your head bald if you told her. I can't breathe. She looked like she was about to. All I could focus on was the beard. Please stop. I don't know how much more I could take. But couldn't you just smell it about her? Gertrude's obviously a woman. Smell her? Yeah, she has the scent of a woman. It's so unmistakable. Is he seriously suggesting that I just sniff her? We don't go around smelling other people back from home. For the most part, we don't even notice our own smell. Then how do you know who's a man and who's a woman? It's mostly visual or vocal, based on, like, clothes, body shape, hair, stuff like that. We don't have super senses like you guys, and actually, that's not really a good way to do it anymore. I just don't assume. You're just a blob until you tell me specifically what you identify as. I go, huh, look at that person over there. I'm never assuming, ever. Now you're going to tell me I have to learn how to do that too, aren't you? It would be for the best. Wouldn't want you getting the wrong idea and calling someone a man by accident. Lucky for you, smell is rather instinctual and strongly tied to memory. I'm sure you'll breeze through it. Bleh. The light crystals are now aglow with a bright yellow light. I don't know if it's due to their size or some other quality, but they're much brighter than the one Mikkel showed me. It's not all that different from the streetlights back home. Still, just knowing that these crystals use sunlight with magic makes them 10 times more interesting. When we arrive at the house, Agnar stretches his arms behind his head before letting out a massive yawn. Then he begins fishing for a key in his pocket. I follow his lead and stretch my arms behind myself with a stifling yawn. Man, I'm beat. I can't wait to get to bed tonight. The day turned out to be far longer than I thought. First thing I do is go to the bathroom to use the twigs and spices to clean my teeth. I'm going through three of them, I wash my mouth out with water. I spit into the small bowl. I return from the bathroom to find Agnar slumped on the bench, eyes half-lidded as he stares at the door. I'm about to head upstairs when something shiny catches my eye. It's the pouch of magic crystals Mikkel brought for our lecture sitting on the table. Mikkel must have forgotten these when he left earlier. I think it's more likely he left them for you, since they're here for you to learn about. Really? Are we talking about Mr. Forgetful here? Mm-hmm. They're too small to be useful for anything but a teaching aid. He probably wants you to toy around with them. But, don't use them. Crystals can be quite troublesome when misused. Come on, these small things? They may be small, but you'd be surprised how easy it is to start a house fire, or how hard it is to put one out. It's better to rely on other methods. Crystals are too much trouble if you ask me. Oh, so you're a hater of magic, huh? I mean, yeah. Sorry, I'll read it. Huh? Huh? Didn't expect that from Agnar. Reminds me of how some customers from electronics stores would complain about how overly complicated tech is these days. He's old. Got him. I don't see why he wouldn't like them, though. They're incredibly useful to me. They seem incredibly useful to me. And pretty to look at. I smiled to myself and tightened the rope for the pouch before letting out a big yawn. Oh, I think I'm going to head to bed. Good night, Agnar. Sleep tight. Good night. Don't stay up too late. I'm sure your bed's missing you. I don't need a bed. I'll just fall asleep here. Wait, what? That's what I was wondering. I was like, don't we have his bed or something? Because I think there's only one room in the house. Because the locked door is Mikkel's study. Like, he has a study in this house. So it's more likely that his bed, the bed we're in, is his bed, and that he doesn't have a bed. I look up the stairs, raising an eyebrow. He hasn't slept. He hasn't been sleeping down here this whole time, has he? What about the other room upstairs? Isn't there a spare bed in it? That is Lord Mikkel's private study. It's where he's kept all of his research about magic and Sylvings and whatnots that he's gathered from your world. Wait, does that mean I took your bed? I'm sorry, I didn't think about it up until now. You must be wanting to have it back already. That's not my bed. It's where Lord Mikkel would rest when he was too tired from his studies to go home. Everything in this house is property of the Vedskogen family. Since the building is normally vacant, the bedroom is rarely used. Lord Mikkel was happy to lend it to you. But where are you supposed to sleep then? He straightened up his slumped, sleepy posture a little and clears his throat. As both his lordship's research and materials are meant to be kept secret, we cannot risk hiring a night guard. Thus, I sleep here each night to deter burglars and ensure confidentiality. So, what, you just sleep down here, even before I arrived? I do, and I did. On the floor? I sleep sitting, so here on the bench. If you don't get up in my bed right now, I'm gonna get you. I've been trained to rest with one eye open, upright, and in the rain if need be. That's not fair. We should ask Mikkel about getting another bed tomorrow. I have a smaller one. I can have a smaller one. We'll use the big one upstairs. The wolf sighs. I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. I have no trouble sleeping here. I've slept in far worse conditions than this, trust me. But still, I'm more than comfortable like this. It makes it easier to react if someone were to break in at night. I fidget a bit where I'm standing. Even if he says it's fine, I can't just swallow this. He deserves some kind of accommodation for all his hard work, doesn't he? Can I at least bring you a pillow? I've got two, and they're plenty big, so I only need one. He sighs, smiling in a humorless fashion. I'll think about it. Now, you get your rest. You've earned it after all you've done today. I guess there's no changing his mind, and I'm too tired to make the argument that wouldn't come off as juvenile. Scratching my neck, I try not to dwell on it, and I reach for the stairs. I give him one last sorrowful look. All right, I'll see you tomorrow then. Good night, Agnar. I hope you sleep well. I will, Kay. Good night. I trudge upstairs, feeling defeated and still sore from this afternoon. My legs feel like they have weights attached to them. I close the door, toss off my clothes, and throw myself on the bed face down in the pillow, groaning in frustration. This bed is too big, if you ask me. There's enough room for at least two more deer my size to sleep comfortably on. It's not fair that he has to sleep on a bench. I can't stop from feeling bad for him. Sleeping there doesn't seem comfortable in the slightest. It doesn't seem right, no matter what he says. I roll over onto my back and release a beleaguered sigh. It's only then I realize I'm still clutching the pouch. I was so lost in the moment I completely forgot I was still holding it. Ooh. I sit up in bed, peering into the bag. To think that something like this is possible really makes me wish we had these in our world. God knows we could use some magic in our boring everyday lives. I'm utterly mesmerized by the subtle movements of color from within, the way the reflections warp and blend together. It's a shame they lose their luster when they're used. It's almost enough to make me not want to use them. Almost. I nudge the little gems around with my finger, but even their captivating views can't banish my worries about Agnar and where he sleeps. Still, he didn't want to budge on it. so I'll take my mind off it and keep myself distracted with the crystals. Which one is which again? I sift through them trying to jog my memory. Fire, ice, water, light, wind. They didn't say. Red is fire, obviously. Yellow is light. I saw plenty of that today. Blue is water. Cyan is ice. Green was air? Or maybe it was plants. I pondered it over and noticed one more crystal at the bottom of the bag that I didn't see before. What's this one? I pull out a perfectly clear crystal. It doesn't glow in the slightest, and I can't for the life of me recall if Mikkel even mentioned it before. He didn't. Trust I noticed. No matter how much I turn it, there isn't any color. Not even the refracted like a prism. It's clear and transparent, like glass. What are you supposed to be? I know it's not ice, but going by the established color scheme. But I can't imagine what clear would be. I lay back down in bed, holding the stone above me and turning it over with my fingers. Ooh, pretty. Sorry, I'm like dying. Hello. I hold it up to the moonlight to see if I can get a better idea with more light. And it's at that moment that I feel something from it. Slowly, tiny little grains of light begins to shimmer around the stone. The more I hold it in the light, the more it seems to resemble a snow globe. With the dark room behind it, it's like looking into a patch of starry sky. Countless tiny stars sparkle within, drifting towards the center. Wow. It's magic. Real magic, right in my hand. It's really beautiful. Particles fly around it, like they're dancing as they go inside. Since it started to react when I held it up to the light, I'm assuming it's a moonstone, a counterpart to the sunstones outside. Mikkel didn't mention it earlier, I'm sure of that now, but it made for a nice surprise, seeing just how pretty it is. I could watch it all night, but before I know it, the gentle twinkle of the stone lulls me to sleep. I bring the crystal close to my chest and drift away. To be continued! This isn't the full thing? Wait. I'm suspicious. Give me a minute to look around. Okay, so I've looked around. This game is made by one singular person. So this is all they have for now. They're still working on the game. And I think this is so slay already. So slay, so perf, so amazing. I think it's really cutie. And I'm so excited to see more. I'm gonna put the link to the itch.io, and if I can find something else, I'll put that in the description too. Sorry, I'm dying. Anyways, but so this will come back, Spinner Saturday kind of vibes. Like if they release a new chapter, it'll go on Spinner Saturdays, and then we'll play the new chapter when it comes out. But currently, like, that's it. That's it for right now. I've so enjoyed this. It's been so fun. I think it seems like a really cool idea, really cool concept. I will literally wait as long as it takes. I'm a patient bitch. I just need to follow them on a bunch of shit to make sure I'm up to date, because I'm not good at that. Haha. But yeah. So for now, this is it. I will put so many things in the description of hopefully where you can go look at it and go support if you would like to. Until there's more, that's it for now. I hope you had so much fun. Maybe much fun as I've had. Maybe even more. And I will see all you dudes with a different Spinner Saturday game next time. Bye!